Hi, my name's Naisha. Someone gives me a Shub on Spurs Video Podcast. Kind of a moment of sadness. We've lost one of our best players in Ledley King to injury, sadly. Everyone had their favourite Ledley King moment. My favourite Ledley King moment was against Tevez and the Man City, that Champions League qualifier for us. Brilliant bit of 1-on-1 defending. And it just shows how this guy never got 9 yellow cards in about 260 odd games, no red cards. He just played so intelligently. Yeah, basically gave Tevez 2 alleyways. By the time Tevez ran out of options, and that was it. Yeah, threw it over. It was just beautiful. I invite you guys to share your best Ledley King moments with us, me here on YouTube, or with me and my mates on Spurs Forum.co.uk. Give my shouts out to Exy, Cage, and another important guy called King Ledley, whose name was probably very important today, not just for the Ledley King retirement, but he was at the Stadium game last night, where there seemed to be a renaissance for some of our players. Players like Pienaar played very well. Players like Basong, Norton played out of position at left back, but didn't do that terribly apparently. And new manager, new chances. Sometimes it works. Sorry, Harry, but you're wrong. When a new manager does come in, he'll have his own idea of what players he wants, the way he wants to play a system, and that does unsettle players. Hopefully, Spurs didn't do too much, didn't tinker with everything too much. Played a 4-2-3-1, and I don't care what anyone says. Last season we played a 4-4-1-1. Now we're going to play 4-2-3-1. I think a bit more balanced. Allows us to, especially that central midfielder, I'm assuming it will be Sigurdsson. If need be, if we are getting overloaded in midfield, he can drop in and we have a midfield of 3, and then we can counter, go to 4-5-1, or be it 4-2-3-1, or be 4-2-4. Carroll, we're talking about a fringe. Apparently, fringe players like Townsend, Carroll played very well. Townsend with an assist. Carroll created a few chances, was tidy. It is hard to decide whether to, be creative or take the chance. Hopefully, he'll get more chances to improve his decision making and improve his sense of adventure, I guess. Again, apparently JJ, he's very much a Marmite guy. A lot of people, King Lady said apparently he played really brilliantly yesterday. It was amazing, and other guys, he was absolutely pants. So, go figure. Really, I wasn't there. Hopefully the Galaxy game will tell us a lot more, so I'll be watching that next week. It's a real pity that you haven't players like Gio, because of the Olympics, won't have a chance to really show their worth under the new manager. But hopefully, I'm not saying hopefully Mexico crash out soon, but he might get his chance. We'll never know. But I think Gio decided he wants to see enough of England and he wants to go back home to Spain, which I don't really blame him for. Interesting how Danny Rose reacts. Obviously, you've got Norton, we played as a right-footed left-back. Played quite a few times there for Norwich. We just signed in Zeke Friars. And, we played Basong there. Basong, now that Ledley King's gone, who knows? He could be a player reborn. He might think, I could have a chance here alongside Cabal or alongside Dawson. Because we actually have 4 centre-backs. We'll be interested to see how that works out. That'll be... Another thing about Luka Modric, we talked about Villas-Boas learning from his mistakes. I think Lee's learned from his mistakes. It's not just about getting as much money for your players as possible. That's the first thing. The other thing is make sure that you have a replacement lined up that's ready to come in. And if you haven't got a replacement, doesn't matter how much money they offer you, you don't sell. And it's that simple. Luka Modric has a contract, and I think he's going to be professional. Apparently, some say he's gone on strike or some shit like that. Apparently he turned up for training today, so I don't know where they got that shit from. In terms of Falke, I don't know what's happening with him. He's obviously, he scored last night. I don't see him staying beyond. Pienaar, it'd be interesting to see, because I saw Pienaar play for Everton. He was amazing when he was a permanent player and their loan player. But when he played for us, I don't know, he just didn't work out. I don't know, Harry didn't play him right. Who knows, maybe Villas-Boas can do that and give him a new lease of life. Some managers are able to do that. I mean, let's face it, Drogba wasn't doing that well under Villas-Boas and under Scolari, but under Gus Hiddink and then Di Matteo, play some of the best football I've seen from any striker. So I think it'll be interesting to see what happens next. The Europa League will be interesting. A lot of crap's been on Harry Kane. Wait, let's forget this is an 18-year-old leading the line. So let's give him a chance. I think he'll probably give him a chance to sign in the Europa, assuming we don't sign Sturridge. But I think if we can sign Sturridge, alternate between him and Sturridge in that, that tier 1 spot, who knows? This could the season he develops and hits that tipping point. I think there's a real sadness for a lot of us because Lady King's been with us since he was 14 years old, 17 years. It's a huge amount of time to very few players get to be a one-man club. Not just in terms of the fact that he's never played for he's never worn the shirt of any other club. Not like Beckham went on loan or some players that go on loan to develop. He's always been at Tottenham, and so I, for one, am very, very, very sad he's leaving. Unfortunately under injury, but I'm glad that Spurs have found a role for him as an ambassador. Hopefully they'll find him coaching roles, and I really look forward to seeing what the future holds. Because I don't care what anyone says, the future's bright, the future's lily white. As always, come on you Spurs, please click on the ad links, and I'll give a real big shout out to my good friend Jeremy McConnell, who's been an absolute rock for me the last few days, and another mate of mine, John Forsyth. He's been helping me play my cards right. So yeah, as always, come on you Spurs, and please click on the ad links, and visit spursforum.co.uk. Peace out.